welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year! Before you watch this video, click the subscribe button. It's 2020, I can't believe it, but this year one of my focuses is going to be making more YouTube videos and not just vlogs. I think every single video I've made so far has been a vlog, but I'm going to try do some different content, so let me know in the comments if there's anything you want to see. But one of the things I'm going to try and do is some more reviews. So as you can see from the title, this is my dance review of Cats. Me and my mum are going to see Cats today, and I don't really know much about the movie at all. I haven't looked anything up, I haven't looked up any reviews or any, I've seen the trailer, but I haven't looked up anything before. I have one little, I don't know, whether Rebel Wilson and James Corden, love them, but I don't know whether they're going to fit into Cats. I don't know, I'm just guessing, just because Cats is so like serious, there's not really any jokey bits, and they're obviously such amazing comedic characters, so fingers crossed they'll fit in there perfectly. Cats is my mum's favourite musical, so I've grown up watching it, I danced to it at dance comps when I was younger, sang, it was my first song I danced, I sang Memory. Let's hope there's not a video of that anywhere. And I'm teaching it at school in Year 12 Performing Arts, so I love it. I love Cats, I love all the music, love all the dancing. That is what I'm excited to see, whether the dancing is as good as the stage show. I've seen it live, so it's got a lot to live up to. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I have heard some mixed reviews. I've heard that dancers love it and non-dancers aren't too sure. So this is going to be my dancers review, and when I've watched it, I will let you know what I think. I've just got in from seeing Cats, and my initial thoughts, yes, loved it. Loved it. I don't know why it's getting all this hate. Well, maybe if you haven't seen Cats the musical, I can see why, because the songs are random, the story's random. There are people dancing around as cats, so I can see why if you didn't really know about the songs or about the storyline beforehand, or about the fact that it was actually based on a poem book. Maybe that once you've got that in your head and you're seeing why they like half saying, half singing these songs, then you'd realise what it was about if you knew it was from a poem book. But if you knew that, yeah, I really loved it. Wanted to get up and dance around me. My mum were like singing along, trying not to sing too loudly. But the cinema wasn't that busy, so that was nice, and it was really cute, small, comfy seats. So I loved the whole thing. I didn't think I'd be able to remember everything, so I haven't done notes while I'm looking down. I've got the song list of Cats, so I can talk through it, each of the characters, whether I like the character, whether I think the character was better than in the musical, and just talk through it like that from the beginning. I don't know whether these songs are in the same order. I'm trying to remember. I don't think they are. No. Oh, I don't know, maybe they were. But yeah, I'm going to go through them and talk about it. First of all, before I do that, let me talk about the people being like cats. The fingers were weird. They were creeping me out when they were like looking like a cat, and I was like, right, getting into the thought that this is a cat, and then I saw their fingers and I was like, oh, it's a person. And also with that, when they were speaking, because in the musical they don't, or the stage show should I say, they don't speak, and when they were speaking I was like, oh, they're human, so I kind of wish they didn't speak throughout it. Wish they just sang the whole thing, because they were all really good singers. Jennifer Hudson, amazing, but I'll come back to that. So yeah, their fingers were weird. I loved their tails. My mum didn't, she thought they were weird, but when their tails were like flicking and moving in time, loved that detail. With the fingers as well. The toes, when you spotted their toes, I was like, cats don't have toes. So that was weird, but yeah, Jennifer Hudson had like nails on, and that made it look, I loved that, being the glamorous cat. So yeah, loved how they added the fur afterwards. It's just amazing. Like when I was at the beginning looking at the cats, like, oh yeah, they look like cats, but when you know the actor, when I was looking at Jennifer Hudson and seeing the fur on her, I was like, it looks like Jennifer Hudson, but it looks like a cat. Like, that's amazing how they did that. So I loved that. The set, I loved the outside set. It was amazing. I think it was just perfect. And I spotted really near the beginning all the buildings around with all their neon signs all had something to do with cats. And I was trying to watch the story but trying to read all these buildings. I can't think of an example, but I'm going to have to look it up online and find a picture of that to read them all. So I loved that. When they went inside, I feel like the cats were smaller than they should have been for the set. if that makes sense. Like, I was looking at the person and I was like, well, that's them stood up. If a cat stood up, it wouldn't be as tall as that. Is that the right way around? When they were on all fours, they would have been way smaller than a real cat. So I feel like they should have been a tiny bit bigger, just to get it in proportion a bit more. But the sets were just incredible. I would have loved to go to that real set and see it all. Maybe it was all computerised. I don't know. But yeah, I love the set, music. Oh, just love all the songs. I keep singing Jellicle Cats now. I don't know whether it's Jellicle Cats, the poem, the song, I don't know which one, they all confuse me. But yeah, I kept singing that all the way home. Love them, love all the songs. I don't know whether I liked the new song that was in it, Dancing with Ghosts or whatever it was. I liked it at the beginning, how they like reintroduced that. Sorry, at the end. I liked it at the end when they reintroduced it. But when it came out, I was like, oh, I don't know this song. This isn't a cat song. But I did think that Victoria sang it really well. Loved that. The rest of the songs, love them. I'll talk about them one at a time. Let's go. Right. So the beginning, yes, loved it. New bit of storyline. But yeah, I liked the beginning, naming the cats. Invitation to the Jellicle Ball. I wanted them to do more dancing from like the get-go. Like the stage show was just them jumping around dancing everywhere. And I thought it was filmed weird. I don't know whether this is like a new technique. No idea at all about filming techniques or anything like that. But I feel like it happened in Aladdin, which I just watched recently as well, where they kind of look like they're sped up a bit. Comment if you know what I'm talking about. They don't look like they're just moving. They look like they're kind of, I don't know, it just looked like it was sped up a bit, or it was like something unnatural about it. So that was a bit weird, but once you like got used to that, it was just normal. But yeah, I would have wanted more of a big like opening really dancing number. But yeah, loved it. The old Gumby cat. Who's that? Oh, Jenny Anydots, Rebel Wilson. I feel like the little comedy bits weren't needed in Cats. Like, I don't know. I love James Corden like level of comedy. Hers, I think, was a bit too pushing it, a bit too ridiculous for Cats. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But yeah, she was good. I did like it, but I wanted also the ants. What were they? They weren't ants. Little cockroaches to do like this amazing tap routine. I did like the Busby Berkeley reference, filming through their legs, and the little cake thing. It wasn't a cake, but you know, the little tier thing they were on. So I like that, being a dance teacher. But yeah, I wanted them to do like a more spectacular routine. I feel like they were just tapping around a bit, but I don't know much about taps, so yes. But that was the old Gumby Cat. Rum Tum Tugger. This is one of my favourite songs from the musical, and I just wanted more. Don't know. I really liked how Jason Derulo did the ending of it. Yeah, love that. All jazzy, and it was more like upbeat, more modern. But yeah, I don't know. That one I wasn't like, yeah, I love this song. I was like, oh, come on, give me more. But it's good. I feel like I'm being really, really harsh, but I did love the whole thing. I'm just nitpicking. This is my honest review. Next on the list, it says Grisabella. Oh, just amazing. I mean, I know I'm just going to talk about memory here as well. But Jennifer Hudson is so good. Her voice and her acting, how she acted through that song. I didn't cry. I thought I was going to cry. I normally cry at things like that. I don't know whether I was like watching it too much, like from a dancer's eye, but I didn't get emotional. But she's just amazing. I think I was just watching it like, wow, you're so good. Really liked her as that part. I think she was perfect, and I think that character was just perfect, how she was shy and hiding behind things all the time. Loved her. Bustopher Jones. Yes, James Corden's so good. So good. That is James Corden, isn't it? Yes, he did that one. Yes. Perfect. I think he was perfect, how he was jumping in all the food and how they made him look like that cat, but you could still kind of tell it was him. Yeah, really loved his part. He's such a good singer as well. Loved his one. Lots. Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer. I didn't recognise that tune of the song. I was whispering to my mum, like, is this the normal tune? She was like, it's not the original, or it is the original. I can't remember which way around she said. But I couldn't sing along because it wasn't the one I recognised. And I wanted them, I was waiting for them to do that cartwheel thing. The, like, what's the word? when they cartwheel over each other. I was waiting for that and it didn't happen, so that was sad. But and again, I thought the set was a tiny bit too big, but they were just amazing. And I think I liked how they were then like working for McCavity and they kind of left her there like, see ya. That was so cheeky when they picked their heads up and were like, bye. So yeah, that was that bit. Old Deuteronomy, a girl, different choice, but I do think she was perfect. And I love how they just like that, how they made her face to go into the fur was just incredible with her little, not mane, they're not lions, but the little fur around her head was just so good. Oh, also side note, I love their ears as well as the tails. The ears were moving in time with the song. Loved it. But yeah, I think Judi Dench was really good for that role, and she was like so sincere and just acted it perfectly, so I really liked her. Angelica Ball again, Grisabella the Camcat Memory, already talked about those. Gus the Theatre Cat, really liked. I couldn't remember him from the musical. I don't know, gone from my memory, didn't remember him, but I really liked him singing and how he acted his way through that. Yeah, I really liked that bit. I wasn't expecting it because I couldn't remember who it was. I was thinking, who is this? But really liked his bit as well. And then this says it goes into Skimble Shanks, which wasn't there in the film, but that was the best bit by far. Best bit by far. Oh, maybe it was there, because then, oh no. I think Gus went after that. I've only just literally come out the cinema and I can't remember. But anyway, Skimble Shanks the Werewolf Cat was the best bit. That is the level of dancing that I wanted throughout the whole thing. But that scene was amazing. I'm so glad they like took it outside to the railway and just did a full tap number. Like I said, I'm not a tapper, but that tap was just so good. When he started doing the tap and he was doing the like train rhythm, I was like, yes, it's coming, a big dance number's coming, and it was perfect. All of the cats dancing in the line, on and off the rail, all with the tap rhythms. Loved it. A bit weird when some of the cats were in like bright red tap shoes. But yeah, that was by far the best bit. That is the bit when I get the DVD, which I will get the DVD because I did really enjoy it. That's the bit I'm going to go watch again straight away. I just loved that. I just loved that bit. I think it was perfect. So if you're going to see it, keep an eye out for that bit. That was so good. Then McCavity, which I think McCavity did come there. Yes, because I was like, yes, this is my favourite. McCavity's my favourite song. And I didn't say this in the beginning, I forgot she was in it. Taylor Swift. I was a bit like, oh, she's a bit awkward, how she moves. I hope she doesn't like be this awkward, weird cat. But she wasn't. She sang McCavity, and when she like started tipping that stuff off the moon, I was like, oh, yes, I love her. That is the character I would want to be if I was in Cats. Loved it. Singing my favourite song and had that sassy thing. And she did it so well. I forgot it was Taylor Swift. She did like have pigeon toe at one point. I was like, what are you doing? But that's just me being a dancer. She sang that so well and acted it. And she was like dancing it as well with him. So really loved that bit. Yes, that bit lived up to my expectations. That is my favourite song of all. It's so like sexy, and she was doing all these sassy moves, so I really liked that. And I did love Idris Elba as McCavity, except I think he needed some more fur. He literally looked naked. You could see all of his muscles, which amazing physique. I was like, oh, give him some more fur. But yeah, I think he was perfect as a character, how he like always like looked out the side of his eye. Yeah, throughout I loved that. It was a bit weird, the storyline with him, just because it's new. I don't like change. How he was like taking them, but I did think it worked for the film, and if you hadn't seen the musical before and you're watching the film, it would have really made sense. It did make sense. Made sense with the story, and it gave it like an extra layer of how like who he was and things like that. So I did like that, but it was different. I wasn't expecting it. I was like, oh, why is he magic? Like, how is he making them disappear? But obviously it's a film. They can't do that on stage, make them disappear. So that was a new bit, which I wasn't expecting, but it wasn't a bad thing. But yeah, I loved McCavity, that song. This is one thing that I really wanted. I wanted the cat from the stage, which is like red with really big like a maney kind of hair thing, bright red, because she was my favourite. She's the one that I would want to be if I was in the musical. I don't know what she's called. Probably should look it up, but I don't know what she's called. But the one in red who sings part of Cavity, I think there's 3 of them who sing it in this, 2 or 3 of them who sing it in the stage musical. And I wanted like a red cat equivalent of her, and Taylor Swift wasn't in red, and I was like, where is my favourite one? Even though they just had Taylor Swift sing it all. So it wasn't an end, wasn't all lost, but I just really wanted the cat in the red, but she wasn't there. But oh well. I did like Taylor Swift. I was worried she was gonna like do something weird, but she was great. Mr. Mistopheles, I was thinking all the way through, where is Mr. Mistopheles? Well, I can see him. He's like a big character in it, but where is his song? I was waiting for the song. I didn't realise it was so near the end. And I do think that it could have been a bit more like showman-y, but how he did the character really did go with the storyline of the film. So actually it did make sense. And he was cute. He was really cute. I did like how he was throughout the whole storyline as well, like a friend to Victoria. That was a nice little touch there with the story. And then when he brought not Grisabella back. Oh my gosh, what's she called? Old Deuteronomy back. That was a nice moment. I was like hoping for him to do it. Come on, she must be behind you, and she was. So that was really nice. And then yeah, when Jennifer Hudson then sang, and it was like, oh, it's amazing. It was the big like finale at the end. I'm glad that was really big. There was lots of dancing in that. What was it called? The Egyptian. There was so much dancing in there. I really loved that. I was like watching it. Oh, I want to be it. But I really loved that bit. And then when she went up to the Heaviside layer, that was also nice with Cavity. Nice little touch there, keeping that story going. And then him being stuck on the top. I liked it. I liked the end. It was a good like end. And then at the end, the addressing of the cats when Judi Dench was singing to the camera. I really liked that touch. I think it was like the stage musical when they're like singing at you and it's all like personal, they're looking at you. I really did like that. And the end of the movie, when she was looking right at you singing that. Again, that might have been a bit weird for people who didn't know it or who aren't performers. And like, why is she singing right to us? And yeah, in this weird poetical talk. But I liked it. I liked the ending. I really did like how it ended. And then one that's not on there, one of the characters, Victoria. I really think they cast her perfectly. Obviously, she's a ballerina. I don't know her real name, but she's perfect technique. She was just great. Again, she was a bit sped up, like weird. I don't know what they did. I didn't like it, but I think she was really good, especially as she sang, because Victoria doesn't sing in the stage musical, of what I can remember. But when she did sing, I was like, yeah, she sounded really good. And I loved how her character was in the whole storyline. She was like the main character throughout the whole thing and linking all the different cats together. Really liked that touch. I don't remember there being like a kind of main character throughout the musical. I feel like it was just all these random cats singing and dancing. But I really liked how she was in the whole storyline. I think she was perfectly suited to that character, her as a dancer, and her look and her physique. She was really cute and she really acted it well to say she's a ballerina. I don't know her background, maybe she's done acting, but I really did like what she did in the movie. So I don't know why it got so much stick, because I really liked it. I said a few little things there of what I didn't like, but overall, yeah, I think the cat characters throughout the whole thing were perfect. Like how they moved. I'm gonna make my year 12s watch it before their exams, see how the cats moved. They must have watched loads of videos of cats to see how they moved like that, because even when they were just walking, they had like some slinky shoulders and little bits. And I liked how each of the cats had a different character, not the main characters, but if you watch like Les Twins and people in the background, you could see they were having different characters. Some had like collars on, chains, some were really like pristine, and I loved that. I loved how they were all, obviously you wouldn't get 2 cats that were the same, all different characters, so I really did like that. I loved it overall. But big question is, do I prefer the film or the musical? Film, musical, musical. As for the musical, just because I think, just maybe it's because I've seen it first and I had that in my mind when I went to watch the film. I would definitely be buying the film, 100% going to watch it on DVD and go straight to Skibbleshanks, but watch the whole thing again. I'm going to make my boyfriend watch it, see what he thinks, because he's not a dancer. I think he might be like, this is weird, why are these cats dancing around? Or why are these people trying to be cats? But yeah, and also with the musical, they didn't talk. I don't know why that bothered me so much, but I think it's because then I was like, oh, they're human, they can talk. Like, a cat can't talk. I know a cat can't sing or dance, but yeah, I don't know why the talking was such a problem for me, but loved them both. We'll keep watching them both. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree, disagree, what you thought of it as well. It's interesting to see like what non-dancers and dancers, or non-performers and performers think of it. I know that my dancer friends have loved it, so let me know in the comments, 1, what more videos you want to see from me, some more reviews, or whether you just want to see me dance around, and then 2, whether you agree with what I think about cats. But yeah, I really liked it, and definitely go and see it if you haven't yet. Please subscribe, because I will be making lots more videos this year. It's already the 3rd of January and I'm onto one already, so yeah, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.